Hello everyone, welcome back to another book review. And today, of course, as you know, we are reviewing the book by Abraham Verghese, The Covenant of Water. I must say, it's not wonder that it is voted by one of the best books of 2023, but I would say that it's even more that I never read such a magnificent book, and that I would say is just like not the best book of 2023, but wider. Who knows, maybe in a decade. Anyways, this is a family saga, and this is about the family who in each generation has someone who has the condition, and condition being someone who is drowning in the water. And they are, let's say, set to find out the cure, or what actually is that condition, what its name is, and how, and if at all, can be treated. The setting is set all in Kerala, South India coast, and their water is everywhere, so you cannot avoid it. But people who have that condition strictly try to avoid it. It's set from, let's say, 1900s to, let's say, 1977 time of period. And the book starts really rough. Like, I was so hurt by reading. The 12 years old girl is set to go to her wedding and to be married to a 40-year-old guy. Oh my gosh, I was, I'm still processing it. Like, have a similar age girl, and I cannot imagine someone getting married at that young age. Oh my goodness. Never mind, that girl is gonna be having, let's say, good life, and with that guy he will have some respect for her age. He will wait for her until she's, let's say, 16 or 17, until they consume the marriage. He will have the child from the previous marriage, and she will be like mother to that boy, Jojo, who also have the condition and avoids water. I mean, throughout the life there will be many tragedies, but also many happy moments. But with that girl who will become Big Ammachi, called by that Jojo, a little girl who she became mother suddenly to, she will have so much love and so much faith. She comes from Christian family, and Lord or God is in her everyday thoughts and prayers, and she's a strong believer. Anyway, her husband also has that condition, and he avoids the water. But according to his circumstances and what he can or cannot do, he's been really treating her well. He's listening to her pleas, and he's been good husband to her. Anyways, it's following 3 generations. So now they will have a little baby mole girl, Big Ammachi and her husband, and baby will be, let's say, having some sort of problems that they didn't understand. That's another situation that really surprised me positively, I would say, because in today's, let's say, modern time, we also excessively try to see what's wrong, what's not good, doing good, who's not doing so good, what can we do or improve, which may be good, but anyways, it's carries a lot of pressure. But in this situation, so anyways, once they got the baby mole, they didn't realize she has a problem. But in the meanwhile, they lost the Jaja, who was drowned in the water, and they were suffering. And maybe that's why they didn't notice that something's wrong with baby mole, who started, let's say, walking with 3 years old, who is being baby-like at 5 years old, and things like that. It's all until some, let's say, stranger or mailman came to the house and asked what's wrong with this baby person. And then they came to seek a doctor's advice, and they found out that she's having a cretinism, and that she's never going to be old enough, that she's always going to be baby. And actually they just embraced that diagnosis. I mean, after first, let's say, shock, and then after, let's say, after being in peace with that diagnosis, they will actually enjoy in her. Actually, the father even says, if she's gonna be like this forever, I don't know how that can be bad. I mean, we love her in this stage and state. Also, Baby Mole was one of my favorite characters, because she could predict who's coming, what's gonna happen, if it's gonna, let's say, rain or things like that. So it was really entertaining to me. Of course, as with all Abraham's novels, this one also includes lots of medical terms and a lot of family members going or trying to go into medical school. It follows a lot of other families that will be further throughout the novel involved in that family. But anyways, aside that medical terms that only, let's say, medical people will understand, there's a lot of Indian, or let's say Malabar terms. I'm not sure if I say it correctly. So throughout the book, he would not say, let's say, English translation. He would use, let's say, as he was using Big Ammachi, or let's say Pulayan, or I am not sure if I say it correctly. But anyways, lots of Indian phrases that I would, let's say, like at the end of the book to have been translated, or at the beginning, so that people who are not familiar with that language can actually follow. I frequently needed to Google some terms. That's one of my cons in reviewing this book. But anyways, it's really worth reading it, and you cannot stop reading once you start it. I like that it's broad, that it describes a lot of settings, situations, feelings, happenings. I mean, sometimes one thing I didn't like is when he switched to go to the Scottish guy Digby to describe him, because he had nothing to do with India and that family. That apparently at that moment it was not happening, nothing apparently with him, but actually later he will be included in the story, and you'll be glad to read it. Anyways, as you might know, this is really comprehensive book, let's say 700+ of pages, so you will need some time. I personally think I took 2 weeks to read, maybe even less, but let's say roughly 2 weeks with my busy mom schedule. Anyways, I can't recommend this book far good enough. It's really well deserved Oprah's Book Club nominee, Book of the Year nominee, and even winner, I think. Anyways, it's really worth your time, so come and grab this book, read it, tell me in the comments, how did you like it, what did you like the most, did you like the ending? I must say I didn't. And I will see you in the next great book video.